The city is burning, and only the Martian Manhunter can get to the bottom of this. But can John figure out what is going on in this city? Let's talk about it in Absolute Martian Manhunter number 3. This is a review from DC Comics. Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Absolute Martian Manhunter number 3. This is a new book from DC Comics from their Absolute line. Another outstanding issue. This is written by Dennis Camp and with art by Javier Rodriguez and letters by Hassan Otsmane Elhau. Very cool cover, main cover by Rodriguez, but then we also have some really cool variant covers as well. So if you pick some of those up, let me know down in the comments. In this one, we journey through the psychosphere. It's a trip through the psychosphere of Middletown's newly minted partners John Jones and the Martian follow the trail of whoever or whatever is responsible for the surprisingly destructive behavior of people across the city and even the world. Yeah, this this book escalated very very quickly, but man, I will say the thing that happens to me when I read this book is that I go through it and I just get so focused on the really cool things that Rodriguez is doing with the art. Like it is some really psychedelic stuff. There's it's like an explosion of colors, and what I really like is that it puts me in in almost the headspace of John Jones, which is like this is what he's looking at. And I've been reading superhero comics for a long time. This is all new to this man. How in the world is he kind of getting through this? And the only thing I could think of is something that Dennis Camp is very smartly doing is he's starting to trust and learning how to work with the Martian. uh you know Whatever this entity that is in his head or that is around him or only he can see, they're finally starting to work together, and it's such a cool thing to see. It's very subtle because it's been building for a few issues now, 3 issues in, and we're finally getting a little bit more of that. um, I think another thing that Rodriguez and does very well, and I'm sure this is all based on Camp's script, which I would love to see how they work on this, is that sometimes whenever things are going well for John, he's full of color, but when there are things that are, I guess, not going as well, like his personal life is kind of a mess, unfortunately. That is absent of color, except for all the stuff around him, like the Martian. So interesting way to really display that counter how counterintuitive is that when things are going well your life should be full of color, right? I think it should be an explosion. um I think Rodriguez has a really really fun time with facial expressions, even though they're not very detailed. Whenever you do get one where you zoom in and you kind of really get in there, it really happens very cool. Hassan Osman El House letters are just out of this world because they have to kind of conform to this weird style, right? Sometimes the paneling is like not very it it's not very usual paneling. So like having to place those boxes in specific locations to make sure that you can still get the gist of the story in the correct way. I think it's a job that if it was done if there was any issue with that lettering, we would definitely be talking more about it because it'd be so distracting. But it just really works, and I cannot believe the stuff that they're doing here. Like the the difference of art styles that you see in one book here, it's pretty amazing stuff. Like this book is so good. I don't know that it's for everyone, I will say that, and I think I've said this from the beginning. This doesn't feel like a book I would give to a new reader because they'd be like, what the hell is happening? But this does feel to me like somebody who's been, if you've been reading comics and you were looking for something new and different and something that feels a little bit out there on the outer rim of the comic book realm of the reading experience, I for sure would throw this at you in a flash. I'm also very excited to kind of go back and reread this once the arc is done or once the series is done. I believe this was originally a miniseries and now it's expanded, but don't keep up with the solicits. Don't listen to me there. Um, so I'm interested to see how this would read as a complete story versus the episodic nature of comic books as I read issue to issue. So this is really fun stuff. I'm in love with the Absolute universe. I think it's some of the most, like just kind of as far as superhero comics, just some of the most game changing stuff. And Marvel is also knocking it out of the park with their Ultimate Universe. So like it's really, really a good time to just like try out a comic and make sure to see if it hits for you. So if this hit for you, let me know what you thought about this issue down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.